guys, and welcome to my latest video. This is going to be a what is in my makeup bag. In regards to, I did like a what's in my travel makeup bag, so that's just like a mini version. But this is going to be a what's in my big makeup bag. So this is actually by Ted Baker, and I think it's meant to be like, I don't know, it's probably meant to be like a toiletries bag. But I like makeup bags that you can squidge down and you can kind of put wherever you want, and if you're taking them away with you, then you've got plenty of room and stuff for like everything else. So yeah, this is my current sort of big makeup bag anyway, and I just love the floral design. It's so pretty. This was a present from my mum for Christmas, so I love it. Anyway, so inside I'm just going to kind of run through everything because we do have like a few random bits and bobs. So I'm going to start off with foundations because they're the first thing that's in there. I have two, when I kind of want like a bit more of full coverage, so say if I'm going out at night or if I'm having a really bad skin day or whatever, skin week, I have these two by MAC, and they are the Studio Fix Fluid. Now apologies for everything being covered in powder if you can see anything. That is from another product in there which I will show you guys in a bit. But anyway, so yeah, skipping past the powder, these are just the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and I've got one in NW20 and the other one is in NW25. I have two different colours because I like to actually mix the two together, but equally if I've tanned, or you know it's the summer or whatever, I go darker. Equally if it's lighter, I go lighter. So you can see, you can kind of mix the two together or just wear them singly, whatever you want. I love the coverage of these, but they don't actually feel too heavy. So in a recent video I spoke to you guys about my Estee Lauder double wear, and that one was just too thick. It was just horrible, and this one is much nicer, and yeah, it gives really nice coverage. The only annoying thing is that when you take photos with flash on, because these have SPF in them, they do actually make your face just look completely white and washed out. So that's the only annoying thing compared to like the rest of your skin tone. But other than that, they are fine, and I love them to bits. The other thing that I have, the other foundation, is for when I want a lighter coverage day, and this is a drugstore foundation. Now this one is the Maybelline Fit Me range, and this is in 125. I love this as a drugstore foundation. I really like the coverage. Like I say, if I don't have like spots and things like that, I just want something really light for the daytime, and this does the job perfectly. I find that obviously if you do kind of rub your face, try not to obviously, but the Studio Fix is much better at staying on than this one is. This is a lot lighter coverage and it does come off a lot easier, but if you're not too bothered about that and you don't really mind kind of reapplying or whatever, and you just want something super light and equally still as good, then this one is definitely really good. Okay, then concealer wise, I have this one by L'Oreal, and is their True Match, Perfect Match concealer. Now this one is in number 5 Sable Sand. I love the consistency of this. It's quite thick, so it does actually cover up those spots or any kind of like redness, that sort of thing. I really do like it. It blends in really easily, and it's also really long wearing, but it's nice and cheap, and it's at a good drugstore one, so I love that. I do tend to put it sort of around here and around underneath my eyes as well, just to brighten it up a little bit, so that one's really cool. As well, I do use a corrector. Now this is by Bobbi Brown, and it is in their corrector in light to medium Bisque. I have used this one rather a lot, so you'll see it's got a big hole in the middle, but this is more of a pinky tone, and it's to go underneath the eyes, to be kind of patted down with your fingertips before you put your concealer on, and that gets rid of any dark circles or you know, those sorts of like pesky lines like tiredness, that sort of thing. Put it on underneath your concealer and it works a dream. There are cheaper alternatives to this one, but I just really love Bobbi Brown, and especially this one. It's just, its staying power is insane. Okay, then moving on to primers. I'm doing a bit of a random sort of selection in here. I'm just kind of doing what comes first. Primers. So for my actual face, this is like, I've kind of had like a little test tube, but I love this one so much. I'm just trying to use up the primers that I do have. So at the moment I'm using this one by Benefit, and it's the Porefessional. I really like this. I know it's super tiny, but it's just one that I had in my drawer, and I do really love this one, so I definitely want to get my use out of it. I do really like this one because it's really silky smooth when it goes on. It almost like melts into your skin. It doesn't feel too greasy or too heavy, and I just really like it. And for me, it does feel like my makeup has more of like it goes on a lot easier and has more of a like flawless finish when I put this one underneath, so I really like that. And then for my eyes, I use this one by Makeup Academy, and it's their Pro-Base Eye Primer. It's just kind of like a nude sort of colour, and I just pop that onto my eyes, and I feel that that just helps to kind of keep my eyeshadow on for even longer throughout the day, which is always good. In terms of doing my contouring, blusher and highlighting, it is all in one cheeky little palette by Sleek, which I love this palette so much. It's so good. It's this one here. So you've got your blusher here, which is kind of like a rosy sort of bronzy one, so it kind of does both. And then that's the highlighter there, and of course for contouring it's a little bit of a darker kind of bronzery sort of shade. This palette is actually in Light 373, and it just does everything in one palette, and it's super cheap and I just love it, need I say more. For an actual bronzer though, you guys know how much I love this one. I've tried to kind of go away from it and I've always come back to it. It is my go-to bronzer, definitely. This is by Nars and it is in Laguna, and look how much I've used it again. It's got a big hole in it, so I need to be repurchasing that soon. I love this one because it doesn't matter what skin tone you are, as long as you kind of like brush it off, so like you put your brush in it and then like blow it off or whatever, or give it a bit of a shake, then you can just apply it really gently and just build the colour up. So it doesn't matter what colour you are to start off with, what skin tone, this one will basically just work for you. It's so good because it actually is brown. It's not orange, which a lot of bronzers are, and it doesn't have too much of a shimmer in there, so it makes you look ridiculous in the sunshine. So I really like this. Okay, then the one that's making all the mess is this by Laura Mercier. It is my translucent setting powder, and this is basically to take away any shine and also to fix my makeup in place. I do find if I put this one over my foundation and over my makeup before I put my bronzer and that stuff on, this one is really cool for me. It just feels like everything kind of works. Some people would put this over the top of all of their makeup. Either way, it doesn't really matter. This one's got a little bit of colour to it, so for me it's better because it doesn't make you then look white and completely washed out. The only annoying thing is I did drop this on the floor, so the actual guard sort of keeping all of the powder inside has kind of come off. So now I just keep getting powder everywhere, which is really annoying because this is quite an expensive product as well, and I keep wasting it all over my bag. Okay, then second to last, going on to eyes. So second to last sort of group of products. The first one that I'm going to show you guys is this by Rimmel, and it's a new palette that I found, but I really like it for doing brown smoky eyes. It's just really cool, and it's got a little bit of shimmer in there as well. And this one is just their Glam Eyes HD, and it's in 023 Foggy Grey. I don't know why it says Foggy Grey because it's actually browns, but anyway, I really like the mixture of colours, and it's really helpful because on the back, if you guys don't know how to do smoky eyes, it gives you like a little kind of numbered sort of what am I looking at, picture sort of thing, so it tells you what product to put where, so that's really cool. Really like that. And then in terms of an eyeliner, at the moment I've shown you guys this before, but I'm using this one by Benefit, their Real push-up liner, and it's a new product to come out on the market. And I'm in love with it. I'm absolutely in love with it. To do the flicks at the end of my eyes and just to get a really nice, you can kind of make it like it's like a gel eyeliner basically. So it's kind of a mixture in between, it's not faffing around with a liquid, so you get like shaky lines everywhere. It's actually really cool. It gets really close to the lash line because of the way that the kind of end is pointed, and it just means that you can build it up as well, so you can either have a really thin line or you can make it thicker for the evening if you want more of a like wow factor. Love that so much. Then of course, where would life be without its twin, their Real mascara. I freaking love this mascara by Benefit so much. I don't think I really need to say that much about it. It just lengthens, volumizes, does everything. I love the effect that it gives me at the end, and it's got like a little ball on the end that has bristles on it too, so it makes it super easy to get into the corners and the edges of your eyes and also do the bottom lashes. So that's brilliant, and its staying power is insane. Okay, almost there. Then I have my MAC Smoulder Eye Kohl. This is my favourite eye pencil ever. I find that with a lot of the cheaper ones, they don't actually really do that much for me, or they smudge everywhere and it's just so annoying. They end up like leaking everywhere. This one's staying power is really cool, and also you can smudge it, so it means that the smoky eye effect is really nice. Then I have my Bobbi Brown eyeshadow in Blonde, number 21. This I actually use to do my eyebrows with. So I just use like an angled brush, and I just do the tops, well, I just do my eyebrows with them. And I just find that with this colour you can actually build it up as well. So I used to wear this when I was blonde too, so it's not too dark, but I do really like that product. It's amazing and it lasts so long. And then in terms of my lips, if I just want like a really kind of natural, like no colour, sort of just a bit of shine, then I use this one, which is by Soap & Glory, and it's called Sexy Mother Pucker. And this one is just in clear, so it's literally just a clear lip gloss. It's quite thick, I'd say. It's not too like runny, and it's just nice if you don't really want anything on your lips. If you just want a little bit of like a dewy kind of look, then this one is perfect. But then if I do want a little bit of colour, not over the top, this is still just for kind of throughout the day, just to look nice and natural, but a little bit of colour to it, I use this one, which is Bourjois 3D Effect, and it's basically just in number 26. No, 29, sorry, I'm getting my numbers the wrong way around. It does look quite baby pink on here. When it goes onto your lips, it's not that pink. It is more, I'd say, like natural than it is pink. But obviously it does have a slight pinky tone to it, so it's not too over the top. It's not like bam, pink in your face. It's just nice, and it has like a little bit of shimmer to it, so I love that for during the daytime. Although the only annoying thing is it doesn't last that long, so you do have to keep topping it up. And that's it. That is in the contents of my makeup bag that I would use day to day. Obviously I don't use a whole lot. I kind of go between the few, and it depends. Some days I want heavier coverage, sometimes I want to wear heavier makeup, sometimes I want lighter, so obviously I can go between the two looks there, so that's always good for me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to give it a massive thumbs up for me, and if you haven't already, then subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in a few days time in my next video. Bye guys!